This is Stephanie with Informa Connect, and we are here at the National Restaurant Association show here in Chicago, Illinois. And today I have John and Lynn from Entegra. Thank you both for being here.
Thanks for having us.
So tell me a little bit about Entegra. What is Entegra? What is it all about?
Sure. So Entegra is a business performance company. We provide a lot of options for our clients to improve their business, including group purchasing. So we offer cost savings to them. We have a whole suite of services that we offer to our clients, including technical support. And John and I are part of the culinary team. So we work with our clients, help them in their kitchens, and improve their business and efficiencies.
That's great. So I want to get into the profitability equation. So when we're talking about that, what parts are most challenging right now?
It's a bit of a David and Goliath scenario today. I've never seen the restaurant industry have so many insurmountable odds against them. Costs are rising. There's a labor challenge that doesn't seem to go away. And, when you think about how that backs into what is the customer doing but perceiving value by what we in the restaurant industry present. And when those things get challenged by the costs, it makes it extremely challenging to be operating. So that equation of profitability really begins at the back door with savings. It begins with buying really smart. And then we'll talk a little later, but it also goes into what value are you providing to your consumer, being the restaurateur. And they provide that value to their customer, being the consumer on a day-to-day basis.
Absolutely, that makes total sense. Is there any challenge that you feel is going to increase in the short term right now for operators?
Well, I think labor continues to be an issue, as well as the variance of costs and cost of goods. So keeping a close eye on your costs and having a partner such as Entegra to help you navigate those waters.
What can the culinary research and development team do to focus on, maximizing profits as an overall operation?
It's an excellent question. First of all, not every restaurant group or chain, or even just sometimes it's a gaggle of small 3 or 4 restaurants with smaller restaurants. They don't always have the luxury of a culinary team. So we step in for our partners and really begin with the end in mind. We're talking about these challenges that restaurants are having with existing and attracting customers. So the best thing we can do is really understand what is that value proposition to a consumer to walk in a restaurant. It's not just eating food anymore. They can eat anywhere. If it's a come to my restaurant, if I have one, I have to think about entertainment. I have to think about engaging them. And now more than ever, I encourage every restaurateur, every hotelier, anybody in food service to think about, besides being in the food business, they're also in the entertainment business.
And when we talk about developing new products, there's obviously various moves. There's customer-facing moves and maybe some more behind-the-scene moves. How can an operator balance the two?
I think that with everything, there has to be intention behind a product. So if the product isn't serving many purposes, you really need to reevaluate whether it should be on your menu.
Days of, hey, let's put on a show and make a restaurant and do it our way. Let's sort of gone. The great chains have made successful restaurateurs for spending a lot of time studying what do consumers want. They're listening to that voice, and that's the voice of reason when it comes time to develop something that's not only sound to the operator in the back of the house, it's also entertaining, delicious, and that has a great value to the consumer. That's what we're looking for, is that package every day.
It sounds like you really have to be strong in all 3 areas because the customer is really picky now where they spend their money and their time.
And that's where we come in. I got to say this, but again, back to that notion of not every restaurateur is going to have a culinary team. Our partners enjoy that in us. We're a raw team, we're a growing team. And we step in as their culinary director. We step in as their corporate chef to help guide them through that iterative research and development process.
So I have a question. When developing new menu items, how important is it for culinary teams to keep back of the house operations in mind when developing a new product? And what does that actually look like when it plays out?
Well, for us and our team at the Entegra Performance Kitchen, we really like to start with a fresh eyes repair. We take a look at how the operation is currently flowing. Because you can have a wonderful menu, but if you don't have the proper equipment or you don't have the proper staff, it's not going to be executable. profitability wise. So we really take a look at the flow of the operations, and then we make recommendations from there. And we really suggest that our clients do the same. If we're not helping them with that, they really need to understand from a menu perspective what they are capable of doing, and keep front of the house, back of the house, all need to be communicating so that they can execute the menu.
I love the approach Entegra takes of living in a space first before dictating or determining, I should say, what solutions need to happen. And I also appreciate as well is that once you're in there and you think of the solutions, you're thinking of those unexpected staffing issues or supply issues and making sure you're providing support that has considered that. So you're setting those restaurants, those operations up for success. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, we like living alongside that. We stand alongside our workers all day, every day. These aren't students for us. Our entire team are classically trained chefs throughout the country, many decades of experience, and we bring that to our operators and offer that to them very freely as an offer and as a service.
That's great. So I want to touch upon the Entegra Performance Kitchen. What is it? Tell me all about it.
Sure. We are based in Richmond, Virginia, and we're essentially a food consultancy within the GPO. We have a beautiful facility in Richmond, Virginia, where we bring clients and we execute any number of events. It could be something as simple for our existing clients as a food counting, where we show them items that they're currently using. We match them to Entegra contracted items, and it really is an exercise to help them increase their profitability. One of the other things that we do, we host focus groups. So whether we help a client come up with a new concept or they have created a new menu, it's really important to test that out. And we're able to bring in a diverse group of people and test out menu concepts, test out new restaurant concepts. So it really helps ensure that the client is moving in the right direction for profitability.
That's great. So
it's validation. Sorry to interrupt. No. It's validation, and we don't think this often in the restaurant industry. But what's so powerful about what Lynn just mentioned is it's risk aversion. You're avoiding risk because you're sharing success through that consumer response, that consumer acceptance.
That's great. So you're not only developing, you're training, you're learning together, and then you're also testing everything out to make sure if you have to tweak anything or things aren't as acceptable as you thought. That's really great rather than just creating the idea and throwing it out there and then see what happens. It's very proactive, which I appreciate.
Yeah.
Now, can you walk me through the research and development process if you're producing a new product? How does that happen?
It's very iterative. What I mean by that is we're getting together with our clients. I mean, in a setting like this, we could be showing you, as our client might be showing you presentations, and we love the flavors. Presentations, we need to tighten them up a little bit, think about garnish or garnish from within. But then we also, larger chains, oftentimes they'll appreciate something that we do called time and motion study. Because one movement can be crossing paths, creating danger in the kitchen. We're very about safety in our corporation. It can also be wasting a lot of money if we can take a step out during prep. So the cook on site, putting up the order is removing a step in their process. It could be that much more time efficient and cost efficient to sort that out ahead of time. So a lot of thinking goes into that process that Lynn was describing.
So is there anything else we can expect from Entegra moving forward?
You know what's really exciting is we're 3 years in our EBK, our test kitchen. We're in a tremendous corporation that's of tremendous size. We're global. We're $38 billion with a B. Dollars in spend. We're very large, and we're actually in the process of building a brand new EPK, customized to all of the needs that we see our consumers need. We're still in Richmond, Virginia, but it was really important for us to find a space that will serve the community, serve the needs of our restaurateur and hotel and food service clients, but also give us an opportunity to really be the best at what we do. So it's surrounded by glass. There's lots of natural light for video and our photography. And it's really being built with those consumer and those client needs in mind.
That's amazing to hear. So I really appreciate you both, spending time with me
Likewise.
talking about Entegra. And I really hope you enjoy the rest of the show.
Thank you. You as well.
Thank you.